Please remember, the views and opinions expressed by this show or any other show on DV Radio and its guests are strictly those of said individuals and do not reflect those of the DV Radio staff, nor the staff of dysfunctional veterans.
Coming up. Hey, I'm number 2.
I'm Chappy.
Hey, I'm Jekyll.
Hey, I'm Hooligan.
You gotta keep them separated.
So right now, he's going through the black book of horrible stories.
Let's make that happen.
Really appreciate Jekyll's generosity with his cooter.
You have me at track here, baby.
Let's just blame the Russes for everything.
And this is Disgruntled Discussions.
Yes, we are.
At WDVR on dvradio.net.
Welcome to Disgruntled Discussions. This is your lovely host, Chappy, powered by WDVR. I don't even want to go into why they have a W in front of the DVR, but we have a great show to you. Wow, I haven't been on the radio in a while, guys. We have a great show for y'all. We have, obviously, myself, Chappy. We have my lovely, sexy, beautiful host, Toaden.
Aww.
And my wife, Al.
Who?
Wow.
Al?
Who?
My wife. Al?
Who?
Oh. You got me with that one, Toaden. So, hey, how are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Oh, I'm just peachy.
Very nice, very nice. So, obviously this show is going to go a little rough because I haven't been here in a while, and, Al is Al, and I've never actually spoken to Toaden before. So, I think no other way to break off the night is, so what are you guys drinking tonight? How about you, Toaden?
Tonight I am drinking a bottle of Meyer purified water with some orange juice from Crystal Light and about 2 shots of, let's see, what's this gin called? Railroad Gin from Detroit City Distillery. So that would be sipping on some gin and juice.
Rolling down the street, smoking mango, sipping on gin and juice. Biatch. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Oh, you drink gin?
Sure, why not? Well, today I am. This Detroit City Distillery Railroad Gin is really good. I bought it because the bottle is just beautiful, but it's good. I enjoy it.
See, Al and we always wanted to get into gin. I think we drank it for like a straight month?
Oh yeah, we tried all kinds.
But I don't know. Couldn't really get into it.
I think we have to just find the right mixer.
Yeah.
That too.
So
7-Up's a good mixer, or Sprite, and of course right now I have not just orange juice, but that Crystal Light orange mix.
That sounds delicious.
And that is something I learned in the Marine Corps for field day when I was a corporal. While everyone else had to clean, my roommate would always just make a big pitcher with Crystal Light and then just dump whatever we had on hand in it. And it was always delicious.
See, one time, so I'm in Colorado Springs, and there's this little town called Manitou, and they have all these, what are they,
they're I don't know.
Almost like water fountains all over the town, and they're supposed to be tonic.
Natural tonic.
And, so, what I do? I grab a bottle, get some tonic water, and then go back and we mix it with gin, and oh my god, it was absolutely horrible.
I think that's why we haven't had gin since then.
Yeah. But, Al, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking some lovely white wine.
Yeah, I finished my white wine. I think I'm gonna move on to my, 18-year-old Glenvet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know that pretty fast.
Yeah. If you don't know what Glenvet is, Toaden, it's amazing whiskey. Or actually, no, it's not a whiskey. It's a bourbon.
Never tried it.
You don't know him, but his name is Jack. He runs the Disgruntled Soldier. So this one night we go out drinking together, and we kind of forced him to make out with this girl. Winds up, after he's texting her the next day, she's 18 years old. So when I got this whiskey, I go, I've drank whiskey older than the girl you kissed.
I don't think you like that comment very much.
No. No, I don't think he did either.
Well,
So,
my air conditioning unit is older than my girlfriend, so... But that's more or less a rip on the apartment complex and not my girlfriend.
How old's your girlfriend?
Not as old as the furnace / air conditioning in my apartment complex.
I'm guessing she might be listening, so hi, Toaden's girlfriend.
Yeah, the furnace / air conditioner is over 26 years old, I believe. No, it's 28 years old. Yeah, it's over 28 years old. Maybe even 29 this year. Yeah. I won't be here on its 30th birthday, so we will not be holding a toast to it.
Damn. You know, we just need a reason to drink.
Well, this is the first time we're working together, so, drink. Salute.
So Toaden, I know this is the first time that we've actually been on the radio together, and, hopefully we can make this into a lovely relationship. We can turn this into, like, a three-way or something.
Yeah, buy me dinner
me
first. Maybe some sushi,
Oh, yeah, sushi.
Yeah, I'm a classy bitch, so I need my sushi.
We're gonna get along just fine. Chappie's never had sushi.
I have had sushi, just not with you.
And then you've never had it.
Oh, okay, fine. That's how this relationship
That's how that
is.
works.
I guess the three of us are out for a sushi date.
Aww.
Yes.
Where are you actually from, Toaden?
I am just outside of Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, God, and do you wear, like, body armor all the time?
No, I'm in Detroit.
I don't know much about Detroit. I guess I just kind of lumped Detroit with Chicago.
No, see, Chicago has strict gun laws. Detroit, our police chief actually wants people to carry. I mean, for all the other gun stuff, I mean, it happens. It's still considered one of the most violent cities, and we're also only not too far away from Flint, which is another big violent city. So, number one and number two, it's all good. And I love Flint, so I won't say really anything too bad about it, because every time I go to an event in Flint, the people are so amazing. I mean, they have some, they got a lot of bad stuff going on there, but all the people I always hang out with over in Flint, every event I go to, every time I interview a musician or business owner in Flint, they're always, or author, whatever, they're always so amazing. I really don't want to insult Flint at all. And Detroit's been very good. I mean, I even said last week, Detroit right now, compared to like 6-7 years ago, unrecognizable. So, you go down there during the day, people are actually walking around downtown, not just on game days. So it's really cool. I mean, yeah, it's got issues, and this, of course, got bad areas, but it's improving. It's definitely improving.
Well, you make it sound better than Pueblo.
Oh, Pueblo.
So I'm out here in Colorado Springs because I'm stationed at Fort Carson, and Pueblo is known for gangs and shootings and stuff. And we were actually invited to go to a concert there, and we were like, "Yeah, no, like we love the guy, we love listening to his music," but we were like, "No, Pueblo, no." I'll actually go to Detroit though. You make it sound good.
Well, if you need a place to stay, just let me know. I'll make sure I find a nice bench for you.
Well, it can't be any worse than Colorado Springs with all the homeless people here. So, Toaden, you say you were a Marine, and you were talking about authors. I didn't know you could read.
Once a Marine, always a Marine. So why the hell would I re-enlist?
So, tell me a little bit about your career. I know you said you were in, like, supply or something like that.
Yeah, I was a warehouse clerk in supply. I mostly drove a forklift, did a few different things. But that was, I got out in 2005. And a few years after that, I got into radio. And then after getting laid off in 2008, I got into video and kept doing YouTube stuff. Got a degree in video while doing a ton of different internships. even taught video production for 3 years at that university as an assistant teacher, not as a professor. I was an assistant, but I still helped run, I helped create several courses and worked in their media services department. And now I work full-time doing in the Navy department for a big corporation, or a big company, I shouldn't say corporation. And I don't really do freelance work anymore. I just have a lot of hobbies. This weekend I'll be going to Penguicon, which will be done by the time this comes out, but I have lots of conventions on my calendar. Coming up, you'll find me at Motor City SteamCon, which is a steampunk convention. You'll also find me at Downriver Comic Con. You'll also find me probably at in October, you'll find me at, Hellshurst Fest. And Wyandotte Zombie Pub Crawl, and a bunch of stuff that I don't have confirmed yet. But I'm at a lot of events.
It sounds like I need to give you some business cards, and we need to talk after this.
Good to go. Yeah, I will fully put some pamphlets on my table. We'll talk about how much sponsorships cost. No, we have so many things that we put on our table. It's all good because everyone on my other podcast, Media Layer Sandwich, we're all doing different things. So there's different partnerships that they have, and we just welcome all this stuff. Like Flint Comics. Like I mentioned, I love Flint. One of Mark's partners of Crazy Mark TV, one of his partners is Flint Comics. So it's not uncommon for us to put this free newspaper full of comics on our tables. Sometimes we might be mentioned in it, sometimes we're not, but it's okay. But yeah, they're awesome too.
I totally forgot what I was going to say, but it was kind of witty. But so,
we'll
just in place, witty comment.
We'll just smile, nod, and laugh.
Yeah, if only we could depict that in podcast form. What did you say your podcast was? Media
Litter Sandwich.
And where can you find that at?
You can find it at MediaLitterSandwich.com. That's so hard to find.
Do you have social media of any sort for this?
Yeah. If you search Toaden, you just search Toaden or search Media Litter Sandwich, you will find us on. We prefer Facebook. We are on Twitter. Oh, I know. For me personally, for Toaden, I'm on Twitter, and a couple other things. Because we're all on separate things. Media Layer Sandwich is on things, but they're mostly duplicate posts. But I know Mark posts on Instagram quite often for Media Layer Sandwich, but mostly Facebook, and the Facebook group for Media Layer Sandwich, which we do allow self-promotion on, just because we have comic book artists, written word artists, photographers, and we just want to talk about media and all the little independent things going on. So, and it looks like someone might have dropped. Oh no!
No one dropped. I'm right here. What are you talking about?
Oh, he's back.
I have a question. Serious one. Can we find you on Pornhub?
I hopefully no.
All right. That's. Yeah, you're allowed to stay on the podcast.
I don't sell weapons, so there's no reason for me to go there. If I owned a gun store, then maybe, which is a thing that gun stores and gun enthusiasts on YouTube are moving over to Pornhub. That is totally a thing.
That's kind of scary.
That's interesting.
They don't have to worry about censorship.
Oh, very true.
Whatever works for them.
So, I know most of our fans know who Al is, but Al, tell us a little bit about yourself. We haven't had you on the show. I don't think it's only been me and you in a bit.
Well, I run a page. It's called Unconventional Vet Spouse. I'm sorry if I'm talking a little slow, but I have a little bit of a echo.
I'm a Marine. I appreciate it.
So my page generally is just a support page for spouses of veterans.
Specifically, spouses that don't suck.
Yes. Definitely the, I guess, unconventional spouse, not the typical.
Actually, did you guys hear about the spouse at Fort Carson who just sold her baby while her husband was deployed? And the baby wasn't even his.
Yeah, so this was a wild story. The spouse basically told her husband while he was deployed that that she had a miscarriage. So she didn't, but she went on Facebook Messenger and decided to sell her baby and didn't tell her spouse. I think she told like her sister or something. And then of course her husband found out and the news leaked. So now they're searching for the baby. They can't find, I forget the name of the baby, but so technically it's not her husband's baby, but because they were married, it's in his custody, or should be.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I didn't either. And I thought it was a fake story, to be very honest. But a lot of spouses were saying that they knew her, like on Fort Carson. So.
Wow.
It sounds like it would be part of the Marine Corps, but no. It was the Army.
No, it was Army.
Yeah, it sounds almost like a Tuesday in the Marine Corps. I mean, so much weird stuff. Deployments.
Yeah.
Deployments. That's okay. Maybe Jody will get an email or a letter at some point in 18 years wondering where the child support is.
Well, she sold Jody's baby.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you think whoever bought the baby's neck is gonna totally forgive Jody? Give it a few years and start getting bills for back pay.
So my question,
Jody's not off the hook.
I don't think we should cast judgment yet. The real question is, how much did she sell the baby for?
Well, what was the one comment when you shared it?
Oh, it was like a pack of smokes, a 6-pack of like some beer, and some condoms or something.
Yeah.
I just love that Toaden's like kind of either speechless or is just numb to this because it happens.
He's like, oh, another day.
He's like, oh, that happened all the time in the Marine Corps.
I'm from Detroit. But man. So wait, okay, so we're trying to figure out the cost. What color is the baby?
White.
Okay, so
well, the mom was white, so we're hoping it was white.
Okay. Well, I'm not hoping anything. I'm just trying to. I mean, at very worst, it's a mixed baby that people can't tell the race, and therefore the money goes up because man, those models are in demand.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's another question. Is it a guy or a girl? Was the baby a boy or a girl?
I want to say it was a boy, but the name was so obscure, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Alright, so let's just say hypothetically it was a boy.
What was
the name? Started with an L. I want to say it was like Leonardini or something like crazy.
Wait. Is she American or was she like a mail-ordered bride?
I can't confirm or deny. Hold on, I'm looking up the article now.
It looked like she could have been American or was from Russia.
Russia's a good guess.
So she could be part of like that, you know how Facebook had a whole bunch of Russians coming over, or like posting about the election? She might have been an implant. She could be like a sleeper cell for Trump.
Oh, well, I mean, well, I mean, who outnumbers who? The sleeper cells for Trump or the sleeper cells for Hillary Clinton? I mean,
well, Hillary Clinton.
We're just looking at different borders here.
Hillary Clinton, they're not sleeper cells. They're all trying to walk over the border right now.
Or they're having a siesta somewhere. I mean, we don't know. They're siesta cells.
Yes, I like that. Siesta cells.
That's great.
I think we just created a new trend right there. We should like hashtag that on Instagram.
Definitely.
Everything said here by Toaden is strictly for comedic purposes. Do not shoot at me or yell at me.
But definitely hashtag it. So, but seriously, how much would you charge for a Toaden? How much would you buy a baby for?
Well, how much work? Maybe not a baby. I need someone that can actually do physical work. Because,
Well-
I mean, you need to pay me to take a baby. So, I wouldn't know. I know there's people that will pay a lot of money, but they have money and patience. I do not. The best part about
What if it was
the best
older?
part about having a baby is for the weekend is giving it back.
That's true.
So, what if it wasn't a baby and it was like an 8-year-old? How much would you pay for an 8-year-old?
I still wouldn't take it. How much would you pay? We're
getting into child labor laws here.
They
so...
do not get to use my TV for sure.
Even if you were to take the baby, no TV for you.
Or
Right off the
YouTube, because I'm sure they'll listen to Markiplier and his voice annoys me.
Yeah, so me and Al, we have a strict... after we got married, they were all like, oh, you're all gonna have babies by the age of, by next week. And I was like, we're not having a baby for like 4 years.
Oh, there's a pool going on. I was just at a wedding this past weekend, and people already like start a poll about when they're gonna have their first baby, or when it's gonna be conceived. And like, oh, it's probably already conceived, or it'll be conceived in the next 5 days. So, so make no doubt about it. Your friends are already plotting against you. Your friends already are guessing days, if not months, of when you're gonna be like, oh, we're having a baby. They're already writing this thing down and having a baby pool for you. Don't be mistaken by that. The best you can do is anonymously create your own date, like 5 years from now, and maybe you'll win.
We'll give them the good odds. But my sisters, I have a lot of them. So at the wedding, they were all planning our conception. I don't know if they're planning times, but just the scenario. They were kind of just giving me the breakdown.
Yeah, they were telling me the songs we were listening to while we had the baby.
Yeah.
Like I was like, wow, y'all are.
What were the songs? Can I guess? Was it anything by Coolio?
Maybe.
I can't deny that, but it sounds like it would be right.
I don't know if I want to know these scenarios or not.
Probably not.
So,
but regardless, we are waiting.
The reality of what it's probably going to be is in like 3 years, right after a Disgruntled discussion show, after we've had like 2 bottles of wine.
Well, I sure hope it's not during. Oh, maybe I'll bring ratings up. Who knows?
Did you tell about the message we left our friends yesterday?
No. What message?
The voicemail we left?
Oh god, yeah. So yesterday we're playing with, so we have 2 cats. And we just came home and they're like super sleepy. So I'm trying to wake up the cats. And apparently Al butt dials number 2's brother. And
is he number 3?
He should be. He was a captain in the army, but we get a call, like he calls me back and he thought that Al was abducted.
Well, first he thought we were having sex. I was like, if that's what you think sex noises are, because it was literally Chappie singing to the cats. Like singing like, wake up. But yeah, then he thought I was abducted and I was calling him to like give him like some subliminal message of like, please save me.
Well, every time I post a picture of you on Disgruntled, people are like, blink 3 times if you didn't mean to marry him.
Yeah.
So, Toaden, if you've never seen a picture of Al, and a picture of me, people, well, she's totally way out of my league.
Oh, shut up.
And so people are always like, how much did you pay her to marry you?
I bet I got a few, like, mail-order bride comments.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite was the picture of us on the wedding, and the only thing the guy wrote was, nice rack. That's all I got.
Well, before we started recording, you were bragging about how much money you make, so, I mean, I'm not...
And plus I get BAH. Like, come on.
Oh,
well, that's something that would be a positive for you.
Oh, you had me at TRICARE.
Actually, the best thing about this is when people talk about that is, when I told her, so when we first got married, we actually did, marriage by proxy. I was in Germany, she was in New Jersey, and we got married through Montana. So, when we got married, she was like, so what are we gonna do for, health insurance? And I was like, babe, I'm in the Army. And she's like, so what does that mean? I was like, that means you're covered. And then she's like, so what are we gonna do about rent? I was like, I get BAH. And she's like, what's BAH?
I still call it BHA.
Yeah, and we don't even know how to use TRICARE yet.
Well, you have to remember, like, I was independent my entire life before I met you. And I never knew anything about the military. So this was all like a new life experience for me.
Yeah.
I'll drink to that.
But I'm learning.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm empty. Might have to refill. Well, thankfully...
Wait, what are you drinking? Oh, wait, you did say what you were drinking. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm drinking this... Well, I haven't switched over to the Glendet yet, but I'm still drinking white wine.
What would you do?
I've switched him over to the dark
for
side.
a Glendyke bar.
Ooh, there's a lot of things I would do for a Klondike bar.
I could go for a Klondike bar right now.
I don't like you right now, Toaden. I don't know if this relationship will...
Oh,
because now I'm hungry for a...
Well, I swear I thought you said Glendyke. That's why I said for a Glendyke bar.
We're not so much with the listening.
Yeah, listening's kind of hard for us, and I know you're a Marine, but you don't speak like one. You kind of talk a little fast, and I'm an engineer, so I definitely need you to speak slow.
Well, I already put down my crayon. Don't make me pick it back up.
I have a question. How many crayons have you eaten today?
0. I'm actually on a diet, so that's why the gin and not the whiskey.
Oh, okay. So do you, like, flavor your gin with crayons? Like, do you just, like, let them melt in there like ice cubes?
No, what I do is, because I'm a video geek, I grab old VHS tapes and I grind up the tape in that, and I flavor it with that. And if I really want the extra flavor, I find some Betacams. Oh, there we go. Nice old Beta, not Betamax, not you El Cheapo Betamax person, you Betacam. And now everything is over your head.
A little bit. But I am happy that someone is nerdier than me that's on this podcast now.
Yeah, that's a record.
Hey, just because I go to over 20 different comic or zombie events doesn't mean it does.
Yeah, I was going to say I wish I was going to those with you.
Yeah,
but
one of my podcasts, we were interviewing a guy in part of a Jedi cosplay group, and he's in a Jedi cosplay group that does stunt shows as a Jedi, and he's a wrestler, and he also has his own comic book. And he totally ratted me out being nerdier than him on the podcast. So,
well, I think our podcast is going amazing, and I want to thank our listeners that are listening to Disgruntled Discussions, sponsored by WDVR. But right now, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
MyDVStore.com. Then we'll begin with item 691776. Can I get stickers? Yep. I gotta get over your country to got. Tell for your country to got. Go here a t-shirt. Anyone with a t-shirt? Let me get a fucking crazy bastard t-shirt. Yep. Now I got a mug. DV mugs, I got mugs. Let me hear DV farm coin with DV coins. DV farm coins with DV coins. Gone once, gone twice. Sold to MyDVStore.com.
DB Radio is for our fellow brothers and sisters, and it's all free of charge for our listeners, our guests, and even those that have shows right here on dvradio.net. We do everything in-house, from mixing and recording ads and shows to the website and all that you get from us. We love promoting veteran-owned businesses and highlighting those in the veteran community. So if you would like to continue to hear what we bring to you and have even more in the future with the best quality that we can possibly bring to you, please head over to dvradio.net and click that PayPal donation button. Any amount is welcome, from $1 to $100 million that your uncle lets you in his trust fund. So please head over to dvradio.net and click that PayPal donation button right now.
DB Radio.
You know what really grinds my gears?
So many people think I care about their opinion, but I don't.
You know what I mean, Diane. You know I love you. Now get out of my room!
Oh, you want to go and I press charges? Look, I'm a disabled and I have problems.
Leave us your 30-second rant on dysfunctionalveterans.com so you can hear it on the upcoming episode of Barracks Talk, only on dvradio.net.
You, America. Fuck you!
You're tuned in to DB Radio, where the shenanigans never end. Now, back to our show.
Welcome back. This is Disgruntled Discussions. I am Chappy, powered by WDVR. Big shout out to the dysfunctional veterans out there. Sorry, I'm so used to saying disgruntled vets. Yes, I am Chappy. We are welcomed with Toaden.
Yo.
And Owl.
Hello.
And, the first segment, we just kind of want to bullshit around, and we got to meet Toaden a little bit, especially since this is the first time we've actually got to speak to him, besides me listening to him on, last week's episode? So, how's everyone doing right now? I know we took a quick break. Everyone good?
Pretty good. Refill on wine?
I'm peachy.
Toaden, did you do a refill?
I did not. I still have half of my bottle left.
I'm proud of you.
I'm just leaning back, chilling, sipping on some gin and juice.
So this second segment, I know we want to touch on some topics. I know the big one that's out right now is the Boy Scouts are actually allowing girls into the Boy Scouts. And although it's not military, I feel like a lot of us came from Boy Scouts and,
Or Girl Scouts.
Or girls. Well, let's not get... I've gotten to that discussion on my private page. What's everyone's thoughts on that? Toaden, go.
I think it does have something to do with the military, because if you hit Eagle Scouts, you get extra rank. Starting off. I know in the Marine Corps, I believe if you have Eagle Scouts that, magically get like E2 or E3, so they totally count that. I think it does have something to do with the military, and I honestly don't really care. I think the Boys Scouts is always in the news for really dumb things and bad things, like, oh, you can't, we all remember like 10, 15 years ago when they were like, oh, you can't work for Boy Scouts if you're gay. Oh, you can't work if you're a cross-dresser. They're changing a lot of that up. I think it's interesting that the new name is Scouts BSA, because they're still keeping Boy Scouts of America inside their name in one way or another. So they're not totally erasing everything. They're just changing it to, Scouts, which is a wonderful name for a dog. Come here, Scout.
Actually, I think,
PTSDog.
God bless.
PTSDog.
No, not even PTSDog. God bless. Talking about DV6's wonderful dog Scout.
Yes.
No, but I would agree with you. Although, on the same point, Girl Scouts, if you achieve their highest rank, which is the Gold Award, right, I believe it's the Gold Award, you got the same benefits. You got the rank increase and everything. So, See, looking at it from, let's say, a business sense, I think they're cutting the Girl Scouts of America, or Girl Scouts, and they're trying to take a bigger piece of the pie, and I would like to say ultimately they're probably hurting the Girl Scouts and like scouting of girls in general, because they're splitting them. There's no longer that single, let's go to the Girl Scouts. And
I could be wrong, but I was always told that the Girl Scouts actually don't do a whole lot of camping or do a lot of things that the Boy Scouts do. And a lot of them wanted to be Boy Scouts because they did things beyond crafts. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but those are the rumors that I heard. I obviously was never a Girl Scout, but every time they come around, I'm pretty hungry, and that includes for brownies as well, when they were called brownies.
Well, I mean, I had a friend. I've been friends with her since 5th grade, and she was a Girl Scout, and she still is a counselor to this day. And she took me to the Girl Scout campgrounds, and they camp. They have archery, they have, what did I say before? Horseback riding, all kinds of stuff. So maybe it's not as intense as Boy Scouts, but it's not all glitter and crafts and selling Thin Mints. Although I love Thin Mints.
I love Thin Mints, too. That's probably my favorite. Actually, Thin Mints, or what are the coconut ones?
Samoas?
No, Samoas.
Samoas. Yes. There we go.
Whatever ones are the peanut butter and chocolate ones, just put them in a blender.
We have those in our pantry right now.
Ooh, put them in the blender and put them in an IV bag for me. I'll be right over.
This is why we need a blender. That sounds delicious.
See?
Not the IV bag. I don't like...
No, but like a milkshake kind of situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Someone must try that.
He's like, I'm okay. I would like an IV, but you know what? We could go with just a blender and make it into a milkshake.
Make it a milkshake. Throw some protein powder. If you want to make it like healthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say throw a banana in it too. Not like a whole banana, but like a quarter of a banana.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't have too much banana.
No,
I think it's like honestly, like, looking at it from a business perspective, I totally get what the Boy Scouts are doing. They're trying to corner the market of scouting. But, like, coming from a Boy Scout, like, I made Eagle Scout. So in, like, my head,
good for
I'm
you.
Like,
you are an Eagle dork. I mean, Scout. Good for you.
Yeah, you know what? I'll take that. I'll accept it. Because, like, when I went through Scouts, it confirmed me joining the military. Like, I knew from being in Scouts that I wanted to join the Army. And, all my Scout leaders were, like, Iraq, or, like, Desert Storm veterans. I even had some Vietnam veterans. And they pushed those values onto me. But at the same time, like, I was really happy I got to be, like, when we went on camping trips, I got to be just a boy. You know what I mean? I didn't have to worry about trying to hit on some girl, or, I walked outside my tent with boxers on, didn't have to worry about, ooh, what's this girl thinking of me, or that kind of shit. So, if they can segregate them, I guess that would be good.
But if they mix, you're opening a whole new can of worms.
A whole new world. We're just scouts in this little cabin. The sleeping bag's big enough to fit two of us. No, you're not even dreaming.
Well, like, my thing is, like, think about the military. We've only just now brought combat arms. And you're still talking about 18, 19-year-old kids in the military, supposed to be grown-ups, and we're still having problems with that. And now you want to bring it to 18 to 12?
they're chaperoned, and I'm sure they'll figure things out. I mean, let's face it. Even when you're in the Boy Scouts, for one, I can never see myself. Oh, I'm a Boy Scout. No, I'm a man, and I don't want to say I'm a man Scout. I think Scout is perfect. Abbreviate it. Make it, Scout. That's all you need. We don't need boy attached to that, especially in modern day and age. Which apparently boy is a horrible slang now, or at least was. I don't know. I can't keep up. I'm old. But I mean, Scout's good enough. Why not? And they're chaperoned.
Yeah, I know my chaperones, and not putting anyone out there. Thank God they probably don't listen to this, but I know they all got drunk during our scouting trips. Like they
all had their flasks.
Oh yeah, they all had their flasks. And if I'm gonna be honest, if I was a Boy Scout leader, fuck yeah, I had a flask. I have to deal with a whole bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, that's a promotion for a Boy Scout leader. Let's go camping with a bunch of young boys and get drunk around them. That's a total promotion. No thanks. I'd rather just stay home or go drinking with my friends. I don't need to be drunk around little kids or people under the age of 22.
No, the kids go to sleep, and then all the 4 other dads you're with, while everyone's asleep, you have that little flask. You just pass it around.
Well, I'm sure you're not smash.
No.
You're,
Then what's the point of going camping?
Yeah, that is the point. I would like to be smashed while camping.
But think about if you have a kid. That kid's going to be up and ready to go, 6, 7 a.m.
Yeah, fuck that.
So.
I don't like waking up at 6 a.m. Oh, well, what time do I wake up? At 5:15 every morning?
5:15.
I love that. I don't like waking up at 6 a.m. Wait, what time do I wake up? 5:15. Oh, yeah, well, that's better.
Well, on the weekends, he's in bed till 10, 11 a.m.
Okay.
At least.
That's better than me. I wake up at 5 a.m. and on the weekend I'm still up by 8, so.
That's me. I'm up by 7 a.m.
What time did you wake up on the weekends when you were in the service?
I don't know. That was over 10 years ago.
You were still drunk.
That was 13 years ago. Yeah, well, I was a Marine, so we were drunk every morning. That doesn't matter. You're not a true Marine if you can't drink all night, take a 2-hour nap, and then go run a PFT. You're not a real Marine until you do that.
That should be on a Marine Corps, promotion.
I'm sure it is somewhere.
Recruiting.
Yeah, recruiters should be like, "Hey, are you in a frat, or did you ever want to be in a frat?" The Marine Corps will bring you there.
Well, Army too. Have you ever been to a barracks party?
Unfortunately.
We usually turn those down. We'd go to Myrtle Beach for concerts, and would always run into Army guys, and they're like, "Oh, you're Marines? Hey, we got a hotel room. Oh, why don't you come back to our party?" Nah, man, we're good. We like girls. We're all right.
More like we like crayons. We're gonna go to the Crayola factory in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, couples in a new color.
Keep making trips to Pennsylvania. I gotta figure out where that is.
It's the longest state.
I have a question. Do you drink Yingling?
Oh man, I really. My girlfriend drinks Yingling.
We like her.
Yeah, I talk a lot of smack about Yingling. I do drink PBR, but let's be honest, they're the same thing. They're
no.
Yes. Oh,
I will not drink a PBR. No.
But you drink Yingling. It's the same thing.
No. Yingling definitely tastes better.
They're the same type of beer. They're both Pillsbury.
But they don't taste the same.
Yes, they do.
No, they do not.
That's why they don't sell Yingling in Michigan. We already have PBR.
No. I only drink PBR if I'm already drunk.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'll drink Yingling
high
to get
standards.
So we're gonna go on a double date without you, but we'll bring you.
Yeah, your girlfriend's invited. We'll all have Yangling.
That's good. That means I can stay home, play Sea of Thieves in peace. You know what? I'm totally down for that.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Have fun. Take pictures.
We'll Skype you, in every once in a while.
No. This is my time to play Sea of Thieves. Y'all go off and do whatever.
Fair. Okay.
No, we'll Snapchat him. Or whatever the kids do.
Yeah.
Do you even have Snapchat?
I do. Toaden K.
Oh, plug your Snapchat.
Plug your Snapchat.
You can find me on Twitter at Toaden K, Snapchat at Toaden K, Instagram at Toaden K, Facebook's at Toaden.
Ooh, just Toaden.
Ooh, just Toaden.
What's about your Snapchat, Chappy?
I'm at Disgruntled Vets, and then Facebook, Disgruntled Vets. Instagram, I could not get Disgruntled Vets, but I'm sure if you look up Disgruntled Vets, you'll find me, but it's actually Disgruntled Veterans. I don't really use Snapchat. Do you use Snapchat, Toaden?
Snapchat's dying.
Very rarely. Every once in a while. I'll look through people's stories, but I tried to Snapchat every day for a few months, and it's just one of those things where you can only promote so much and just don't have time for it. I mean, I would love to, and I did notice a difference in promotion. I used to Snapchat like little things of me editing. Hey, look, new videos up, new podcast is up, whatever. Especially when I was at conventions, but I just don't have time. I don't have time for Instagram either, or maybe I do, I just don't.
Instagram's so easy, though. You just throw up something and then you're done with it.
It's the same
now, have
thing
either
with
of you
Snapchat,
tried
though.
Instagram stories?
I don't even know what Instagram stories is. Wow, I'm old.
It's taking over Snapchat, because Snapchat, they did an update, they had all these things going on, but Instagram stories is like a 24-hour picture that you take.
It's Snapchat, just on Instagram.
Exactly.
Okay.
So try that.
Wow, I feel old.
See, you're learning a millennial language.
Toaden, how old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, thank God. And you make me feel so happy.
And I have a plugin on my Google Chrome that every time it sees the word millennial, it replaces it with the words snake person. So when it says millennials, it says snake people. And I love shooting this. For a while, one of the I was on another podcast network, and one of the podcasts was The Worst Millennials, and they hated me for taking all these screenshots of our conversations and just reposting them. The worst snake people. And they're like, that's not our name. Well, that's what my computer says. Every time you post something, it says snake people, snake person this. So, I mean, it's great because the generation terms are just such BS, and it's part of a marketing thing, and I could go on. It's just total BS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snake person says yeah?
I think that's absolutely hilarious.
Agreed. Although I feel that I'm bad, that I'm the youngest one here.
The other I used to have a plugin that messed up. I need to find another one. It replaced the word God with whatever I wanted to say. So I had a lot of fun with that one. Maybe a little too much fun. That's probably why the plugin messed up. Why you should worship your imaginary friends.
God was trying to tell you a message.
Oh, yeah. Or teddy bear, or what are the other things I replaced it with? Flying spaghetti monster, but that was too easy.
I like that one. That one's funny.
Yeah.
So, here's a serious question. Do you believe the Earth is flat?
Oh God, not this again.
You know what? I would totally answer that in a serious way after you buy me dinner and a couple more shots.
Alright, that's fair.
Now we have to go to Detroit.
Yeah, see, see, people, this is how you get dumbasses to give you stuff. It doesn't work in all religions, unfortunately. Oh, okay. We didn't talk about this earlier, but that just... I had the most random thing happen to me while walking to my parking garage today. There was 2 high school age boys. I don't know if there was a Jewish thing going on, but they're in the traditional like Jewish outfit. And they looked at me and they said, "Hey, excuse me, sir, are you Jewish?" No. Oh, we're just admiring your beard, and you look like a rabbi. I'm wearing, okay, so I have a mohawk, and I'm wearing, like, old school Janko jeans. They're just enormous. And just because I have this just out-of-control beard, I look like a rabbi, apparently. So, okay.
I can see where they're coming from.
A little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, when Nevermore told me that, I'm gonna be co-hosting with Toaden, I was like, who the fuck is Toaden? So I had to Facebook creep you, and I was like, wow, he looks nothing like his voice.
He looks like a punk.
I was like, I don't know if you ever heard PTSDog speak. Like, looking at your pictures and hearing your voice, I was like, oh, he's gonna sound like PTSDog. Nope, you sound like me.
For lack of better description.
Yes.
Yeah, now I need to drink myself worse. Or better.
Well, I guess we have to change subjects at this point. Let's get into something a little bit more serious.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, since I just compared you to speaking like me, which is nerdy.
That was no mercy.
No mercy.
No mercy.
So, I want to bring up talking about veteran-owned businesses. And, we are a community, and we should support veteran-owned businesses. But I think we should support the right veteran-owned businesses. The ones that are actually doing things for the community, that aren't just playing off of, hey, I'm a veteran, buy my shit.
I totally agree. And there's a lot of veteran-focused businesses that aren't owned by veterans. And some of those are just purely marketing. And it's just... You could usually tell a scam after you do 5 seconds of research. But it happens.
Oh, God. Like, if you're on Facebook, you get those sponsored ads, and, 90% of the t-shirts they're trying to sell you, you're like, yeah, that's some guy in China trying to sell me shit.
Or I've gotten ones before where the page was started, 3 days ago. And they're like, oh, promote my merch, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you haven't put any effort into this. And yet you're trying to, reach out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, pages that are actually, or not pages, but businesses that are actually trying to do these things is, look at, dysfunctional veterans, You buy their merch, and you know that company is supporting the DV farm.
Right.
And, they're actually doing something for the community. Or, selfless plug, Disgruntled Vets, you buy our merch. We have a whole admin team that helps people. We donate, so much to different charities. Or even look at, Till Valhalla. Do you know anything about Till Valhalla?
I know it's very difficult for me to pronounce.
Till Valhalla?
Say it slowly. That helps me.
Till.
Val. Kramer.
Now ask him to spell it.
Can you spell
That's the funny
it?
part.
No.
There you go.
They're a company that they sell plaques, but they specialize in plaques that are...
I already got enough plaque in my teeth.
Different plaque.
Different plaque.
Oh, it's the ones that I keep my degrees on my wall in. Well, no, those are from the dollar store. I'm not joking. I got 2 degrees on my wall, both of them in dollar store frames. But I got a really nice frame that holds a letter And I used to have a really nice frame that used to hold leaf papers that were completely denied. I think I held a grudge. But anyways, you're talking about
leaf
plaques.
papers?
Yeah, leaf papers. I actually had a set of leaf papers that were denied when they told me I needed to go back to Iraq. And that's when I found out when I was getting just stuff signed to go on leave. Like, nope, you need to go back to Iraq. And they wrote stuff all over it. And so I went back to the shop, grabbed one of our frames, and I framed it. Yeah, they sent me home for the rest of the day because apparently I was scaring people.
I would be too.
But did you frame your DD-214?
I did not, because it has my social security number on it. So
That's
no. Well, with the leaf papers did too. By put some white out on that. I'm not gonna put white out on my DD-214.
Yeah. But I think I know what you mean. Like, you, dysfunctional veterans, you guys are all buying the merchandise to not only support the page, but because the merchandise is cool. Obviously, you know, like, you want to wear it, you want to rep it, but you're supporting the cause.
Yeah, and, like, you know, we find guys like Toaden who are, you know, they're veterans. They might not be, you know, exactly in the veteran community. They're veterans, but they're doing things that are awesome outside the veteran community. And you're like, fuck yeah, we should support someone like this. Or if you find different companies, like, that are doing amazing things, but they're veterans and they're not saying, like, hey, we're veterans.
So this is where we go through all the sponsors. Let me see. We got K-Bar Soap Company. They're a sponsor, I believe, now with DV Radio. What are the sponsors are we hitting up? I mean, this is just shameless plugs at this point. I wonder if Bo's put a bell every time we say one.
Hold on, I got it. Say something. Say a sponsor.
Turtle Trinkets. Oh, that one was
good.
Nice.
I know.
That was quality.
See, I have an actual bell in front of me.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And yours sounds better. Yours sounds way better.
Mine's a wine glass.
Yeah. I don't feel like walking over and grab any of my wine glasses, which I have a Star Trek wine glass collection, actually. Or no, wine bottles, excuse me. I don't actually have any wine glasses.
But
I drink my wine out of plastic cups, like the classy guy I am, with lots of ice.
Ooh. I think you were telling me a story before about how you kind of found out about a veteran community, or a veteran business.
Oh, which one? I don't remember.
You kind of, like, found out that he was a veteran business by some email.
Yeah, just because he was like, oh, hey, I heard, I listened to your podcast the other day. I'm like, oh, really? That's really cool. And it's like, yeah, it was in a veterans, distro email for all the companies owned by, insert other company here, because I'm not naming them. And it's like, oh, cool. I did not know he was a veteran, and he runs, he runs a company. He doesn't own it, but he runs a really cool company. I'm not name dropping stuff right now. Not that one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because I'll not name drop a company that I sponsored. No, I won't go there. I'll be nice. I'm just
trying not to name. I'm just trying to keep my day job stuff separate. It's not because I have anything against anything. I'm just trying to keep the day job stuff separate. That's all.
No, it's very fair.
That's very fair. So, since we're also talking serious stuff, have you heard about Korea?
Yes. I love the show MASH. One of my favorite shows of all time.
Well, did you hear they might be coming home soon? The show might actually end the second time.
The second time. Yeah, the show only lasted more than twice as long as the Korean conflict. But yeah, you're talking about North Korea. Go ahead. It's your wrap up. Go for it.
Yeah, so
First story.
North Korea actually crossed, or Kim Jong-un was the first Korean leader to cross. What?
Chicken. First Korean chicken to cross
First
the
Korean
road.
chicken.
I mean border. I mean leader.
To cross the lines into South Korea, and then the South Korean president crossed the line into North Korea. So it's sounding like this.
Sounds
it might
sweet
end.
and sour.
Yeah, a little bit of sweet and sour right there. Does anyone feel like this is too good to be true?
I don't believe anything till I totally see it completely wrapped up. So,
Agreed.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, yay, because I mean we've been talking about having another conflict with Korea for a very long time, and hopefully this doesn't go sour. No pun intended on our chicken thing. But you know, I don't believe nothing till I see it. So. Just another day on Facebook.
Yeah, I was talking to my LT about it because
you have to explain it for him very, very slowly,
especially since he's from West Point. But we were both kind of discussing it, and we were like, well, this would be a perfect ploy. You know, you end the war. Technically, you get American troops out because, there's no more conflict, and then you invade.
I never thought from that angle.
They're crazy. That's kind of
that doesn't sound too far-fetched. Now that you say it.
That's how I would think.
Yeah, sounds like something the Russians would do.
Who knows?
I don't know. But now I'm hungry for chicken.
Right, some sweet and sour chicken?
I'm
ordering Chinese right now.
I don't like you, Toaden.
Totally.
Actually, right after this show, we're probably going to be ordering Chinese food just because of you.
You're welcome.
Not Korean though.
No.
I don't know any Korean restaurants.
Just
out
make
here.
sure you get some crab ragoon in there.
What's crab ragoon? What is
Never heard of that.
Crab ragoon?
Yeah.
Just order it. Don't ask what's in it. Just order it.
Well, you're trying to get more cultural with your.
How is that
cuisine.
cultural? That is not
Cool,
cultural.
I'm just. Okay. You don't know Chappie with eating. He won't eat anything spicy. He won't have black pepper. I think there was something else the other night that I offered you. Oh, cinnamon gum. Too spicy.
I don't know what's in anything I eat. All I know is, it's spicy. I can't eat this, or else my body will hate me later. So I can tell you, crab ragoon is not spicy.
I'm down.
I assume there's crab in it.
I love crab.
Do you?
Yeah, I love crab.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm from the Jersey Shore. What do you expect?
You do eat a lot of shrimp.
Yeah, I love shrimp. I would be
are you
fucking
Italian?
Forrest Gump.
Are you
If
Italian?
I could. What?
Are you Italian or Sicilian or all any of those other things?
No, I'm
you're a
Polish
little
and German.
Italian.
Oh, okay. All right.
Everyone from New Jersey is like at least 3 to 5% Italian.
Yo, don't worry about it.
What are you, Toaden?
I'm a mutt.
So are
I'm
you
anything.
like Syrian, Mexican?
No, I'm a mutt. I'm a little bit of everything. I'm mostly
You're everything.
I'm mostly Sicilian, but I'm a little bit of everything.
I'm sorry for you.
Yes,
Just for the
Sicilians are good.
Sicilian part.
Whatever. I got cannolis, man. I leave the
That's
gun and take the
true.
cannolis, so I'm all good.
Damn it! Toaden, you just keep on making me more and more hungry.
And I'm like, I'm ready to eat.
Well, you know,
Oh.
my podcast is Media Litter Sandwich, so
Ow.
I
Yes.
love it when we get guests on and they start talking about like their side catering businesses because they figure it's the only show where they could talk about their comics and meatball sandwiches in the same place and have it be okay.
So let's talk about your podcast a little bit, since this is like the first time we've talked. What do you guys talk about?
We are media creators that talk about the world around creating media. That doesn't mean every episode's about white balancing. It's a lighting thing, not a racial thing. But we talk about a lot of things that entrepreneurs would appreciate. We talk about networking. We talk about self-publishing. We talk about marketing. Usually we have a guest on. The last episode we released this week was Kevin MacLeod, which I talked about last week. The one that's going to be released the week that this is released, we are at Lawrence Tech University. We're talking about different freelance jobs we've done, mostly weddings and funerals. That is a perfect combo. We talk about, because I'm there with William, who's a photographer. I'm a videographer, and then we're with Mark, which is also a videographer. Well, he was more of a broadcasting guy, but he's done photography, video, and a lot of music and graphic stuff.
So do you guys do like videography of funerals?
That was one of the things we were talking about. I have done freelance work at funerals. I have done that a few times.
Really?
Yes.
That's a thing?
We talk about how we found out it was a thing, and all that stuff in the upcoming podcast, which will probably be out before this is out. I think this comes out on Wednesday. Our podcast comes out on Mondays, so that was already released on MediaLitterSandwich.com. And then we also answer questions from the audience at the Lawrence Tech Anime Convention and Gaming Expo. So we had a couple people ask some really cool questions, and so that's all up over there.
Very cool.
Yeah, I will tell you a story that is not on that podcast, since you are interested in this. When I found out that I needed to record a funeral, I asked around because I've never done it. I mean, I did some research online and noticed a lot of wedding production videos, and photographers have separate companies for funerals, because memorials is a thing. And I totally believe more a memorial video gets more rewatched than a wedding video by people that are not, by people that were not present. And so I was asking people about it, and my boss at the time told me that he used to do photography and some video stuff at memorials, and the first one he ever did was his own father's funeral. Which is, wow, I don't know how you could get through that day. And I later rehashed this story to another coworker of mine in the next job I worked. And same thing. Dude, I never had to do any of that stuff until my father's funeral. So apparently everyone that really got into it got pulled in for their own father's funerals. Luckily enough, someone just heard me make a joke that I'd rather do a funeral than a wedding. And they're like, hey, I actually need somebody. If I knew that this was a thing and that I would be doing this, I would never have made my logo a skull and crossbones. I would never have done it. That's the one event I will not give my business cards away at, because it doesn't quite fit. And that's why the wedding, websites don't put funeral services on the website.
You're like, just check me out. I don't have any cards.
Yep. Like, where do you need the link sent to? Okay. Yeah, you'll have it. Don't worry about it. Would you like this streamed?
Oh my god!
Really? Is that an option?
Depending on where it is, a lot of funeral homes actually do their own video. They actually set up really high-end security cameras so they could actually record the videos for people. And streaming since it's such a huge thing, I just figured that's the next step. That was actually my backup plan for a company for a while. I was like, hey, if I get fired from this, or if I can't do that, I'm just gonna get a couple cameras and a good live streaming box, and start live streaming memorials and stuff for people, because it is a business, and a lot of funeral homes actually have that built in now. That way people don't have to bring in their own videographers.
I didn't even know that was a business.
Google it. You'll be shocked at how many things. See, I didn't know either. Most people don't know until they're asked.
Well, hey, we were talking about veteran-owned businesses, and if you die, hire Toaden.
Yeah, because I don't do weddings. So funerals, I only do happy occasions. Sorry. They usually have a happier ending, for sure. Oh yeah, we have plenty of jokes like that in the podcast if you want to check it out. MediaLiterSandwich.com. So yeah, we talk about a wide variety of stuff.
So it's funny that you were talking about dark humor. So recently, we had this day called Denim Day at our unit, and we were allowed to wear civilian clothes.
Oh, I would totally lend you some Jankos. That way you had all the denim.
Well, I wanted him to go full Canadian suit.
Like the denim jacket, the denim pants.
I was thinking Mountie. Okay.
So, what it is Denim Day is for, it wasn't America, but in some country, this girl got raped, and she was wearing jeans, and the judge was like, there's no way that you got raped because your jeans were so tight that he would need help taking off your jeans. Right? So, in response to that, the entire town wore jeans to be, supportive of this woman that got raped. Well, it transferred over to America. Now they have these things called Denim Day. And our Sharp representative was like, hey, you can wear denim. Or you can wear jeans and, civilian clothes to help support Sharp. Well, after, the day went awesome. It didn't matter how sucky the project was. We were in civilians, and we were like, yes, this is amazing. I don't care how long I have to work. I'm in civilians. Well, my buddy drives me back, and I was talking, and I was like, dude, I hope more women get raped so I get to wear civilians.
Oh.
And that's when our show gets canceled.
He was like,
I was waiting for that. I was like, this is the first Disgruntled discussions, and I don't know how long, where there is no mention of cancellation, and there it is.
Yep.
I had to do it.
It's on the schedule for our shows.
Yeah. That's part of our criteria of a show getting canceled.
That's the goal.
So he laughed, and then he was like, you're lucky I'm not a civilian, or else I would have thought you were really fucked up. And then we just both laughed, and that was the end of the day.
Well, then you both came in the house, and you repeated the comment to me.
Yeah, and you laughed, and then you were like, that's really fucked up.
No, I told you guys we were fucked up.
And then you laughed.
And then I laughed. But still.
So you have the criteria where it's okay to laugh, but first you have to say, wow, that's really fucked up, y'all.
As long as you,
now I'm allowed to laugh.
With.
It's the step of admitting that there's a problem, and then you can laugh about it.
Exactly. Okay. That's how we work around here.
Well, since we almost got canceled, looking at the time, I think it's about that time that we have to get going. I know it's only an hour, folks. I know you're usually used to another half hour. But, so, Toaden, where can we find you?
Wow, because I haven't plugged myself enough in this.
No,
you could find me at
going.
You can find me at Toaden.com. You can find me at MediaLiterSandwich.com. That's available in a bunch of podcast, in both video and podcast, audio podcast form. So if you want to watch my ugly face, cool. If you just want to listen to my ugly voice, that's cool too. And I do a lot of events. So if you're into zombies, anime, Comic-Cons, or you just want to see some really cool events condensed down to 3 minutes, go check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/ToadenK.
Al?
Awesome. You can find me on Facebook, right, and Instagram, and I think Snapchat too. We have all Unconventional Vet Spouse, all one word.
Plug your closed group.
Oh, so we just opened our underground, so it's Unconventional Underground.
So that's if you don't think that your humor is good enough for open pages. This is a place that you guys can come for. Help if you're... Well, most of the people that are listening to this are probably spouses. So if your spouse is as fucked up as you are, send them to Unconventional Underground.
Yes.
And your future ex-spouses as well. They can go there, your future exes.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you don't sell babies, that is a no-go.
That's where I draw a line. I have one simple question on the page. As long as you can answer that, you're good. And no selling babies.
What's the answer, so I don't have to read the question?
Don't sell babies.
Don't sell babies. Do you sell babies? Yes or no?
Cool, because I always just write C. C's always the answer.
All of the above.
And as you guys know, I'm Chappy, Disgruntled Vets. If you want to know more about the show, wow, can't talk right now. The show, follow Disgruntled Discussions. You guys can always find more out about the show and when we're actually airing, since we've been pretty sporadic lately. And if you guys want to know more, go to disgruntledvets.net. We send out a monthly newsletter. We'll say that. Yeah. And as always, we're on Facebook, Disgruntled Vets, and basically every social media possible. But with that, we want to give a huge thank you to Dysfunctional Veterans. I can't even say their name now. Dysfunctional Veterans. And this is powered by WDVR, Disgruntled Discussions. This is Chappy, and we're out.
Bye.
Toodles.
That was really good.
DV Radio.